Hitting your protein goals, making quick meals, and actually feeling full. These are the biggest struggles I've seen after working with hundreds of people. So in this video, I'm gonna show you how to make 4 high protein meals with 220 grams of protein that are fast, filling, and easy to throw together. Let's get into it. Growing up, whenever I would go to McDonald's in the morning for breakfast, I would order one thing. Well, technically two. 2 bacon, egg, and cheese bagels. I didn't know shit about calories, but I was eating 1,200 calories in just the bagels. So I'm gonna show you how to whip up something in about 10 minutes tops that is nearly as good and is almost half the calories and way more protein. So you don't need to make bacon, and we'll talk about that in a minute, but literally I'm able to throw a whole pack into the oven on the sheet tray for 12 minutes and it's done. And I have 2 weeks worth of bacon for these sandwiches or anything else I need it for, which you'll see later in this video. First things first, let's talk bagels. These 110 calorie bagel thins are a splendid option. Normal bagels are about 300 calories. So if you want to save 200 calories per bagel, you could opt to get these. We'll just pop them in the toaster oven or the toaster, and we'll let those hang out while we get our eggs ready. So even though I might be dieting and trying to lose weight, you can still have egg yolks in your breakfast. It's all about finding a good ratio. So for this recipe, 1 whole egg, and I used to do my own egg whites. However, egg whites are now cheaper in the box than real eggs. That never used to be the case. Now these goddamn eggs are $5.42 for a dozen. This whole box has 20 egg whites and it's under $5. Each egg white in a real egg weighs about 33, 34 grams. So I'm going to do 3 egg whites worth, which is 102 grams. I'm just gonna add a little pinch of salt straight to the eggs. It starts breaking down the protein. If you wanna watch Kenji Lopez, he has a great video about if you should add salt before, during, or after cooking. But we'll go ahead and get this mixed up. I just wanna get the egg white pretty much incorporated. But if you don't care about looks, you're pretty much ready to go at this point. Since I have the bacon fat, that's what I'm gonna use. And it only takes a couple of grams to be able to spread around the whole pan. And this is a 12-inch pan, so you need very little and it goes a long way. This is gonna make our eggs taste better. This is also optional, but just more flavor. Like I said, fat equals flavor. I'm gonna use that same bowl that we used the bacon fat for, and I'm gonna add 5 grams of butter into it. These eggs come together super quickly. So what we wanna do is get our bagel going. Make sure you have it on the bagel setting so it doesn't burn the other side of the bagel or make the other side of the bagel hard. And what I'm also gonna do is get my parchment paper ready. So I'm gonna drop these eggs right in, and we're damn sure gonna get every last drop with the rubber spatula because these eggs are too expensive to mess around. And if you're wondering what in the blue hell did I do to my pan, I have no idea. After the last full day of eating, all of a sudden it's flat. So we've got our eggs in the pot, and the only thing we need to do now is put a lid on it. If you have a clear lid, it's better because you could see, but I pretty much got this down to a science on my stovetop. We'll see with this, but we're gonna set 1 minute and check back on it. The lid should help cook the top at the same time the bottom is cooking, so it almost comes together at the exact same time. So we essentially have like 2-minute eggs. This really doesn't have any browning, so I'm gonna put that back in. And we'll get the last component of what we need, that sweet, sweet Velveeta. I've been absolutely chonging this lately because of all the recipes I've been doing with the smash burgers and the egg McMuffins and the mac and cheese. And I love the jalapeno one. It's perfect. So it's been 1 minute. Let's see what we got. This is looking beautiful. All right. So we're going to fold in to the center, fold in to the center, fold once, and then fold one more time, and then flip this over so this cooks more on this side. All right, now we've got some browning. If you look at the bacon, egg, and cheese bagel on the McDonald's website, their layering process is a slice of cheese, 2 slices of bacon, So we're gonna grab our center cut bacon here. I'm gonna flip this egg one more time because it probably needs just a little bit. And when we turned it over, it locked the egg into place. While that egg cooks, the reason I got some butter is I wanna add some to the bagel. Nice flavor. I forgot to add it to this bagel, so it's not too late. We'll get our cheese back on our bagel thin. Our egg is nice and tender at this point. So I'm gonna take it, lay it right on top. One more piece of cheese. And I wanna put just, I'm a salt seasoning whore. And this is unsalted butter. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of salt on top. Boom, perfection. 8 minutes? And this is all I need for breakfast. Little small breakfast, that's it. I'm not even hungry in the morning. I just wanna start protein synthesis, and I wanna show you guys an easy option that you could utilize if you wanna start your day off with pure flavor. You wanna put it face side down. So when I put this in the microwave, it's right side up. And I just put it in there for like 20 seconds. All right, let's see what we've got for our final product. Looks like your boy just got back from McDonald's. It's gonna be so cheesy, so eggy, so perfect. I mean, oh my God, yes. Oh, yeah, yeah. Friend number one, hey, I'm losing weight. Friend number two, oh, you're probably eating chicken, broccoli, and rice, right? No, actually this morning I ate a bacon, egg, and cheese bagel from McDonald's, but not from McDonald's. How much protein is in that? How many calories? Isn't that gonna make you fat? No, I'm actually losing 2 pounds a week. Oh, really? What are the macros in that thing? Let me tell you. Yeah. For this meal, bacon, fat, butter, everything in the meal, we have 412 calories, 19 grams of fat, 34 grams of carb, and 32 grams of protein. You could easily slash the calories by about 50 grams by not putting in the extra fat or only having 1 slice of cheese instead of 2, but I'm a hoe for queso. And now it's time for meal 2. When it comes to meal 2, or what most people like to call lunch, I'm either putting in 0 effort or I'm doing something that takes me less than 10 minutes of prep. No exceptions. On those 10-minute prep days, I like to get a little creative, just like the meal I'm about to show you. But honestly, I've been leaning on today's video sponsor, Factor, more and more to take care of lunch for me. The meals are delivered straight to my door. I grab one from the fridge, microwave it for 2 minutes, and boom, lunch is served. No prep, no cleanup, just fresh, never frozen meals that actually taste good. This is huge for me because it lets me get right back to being productive. Every meal I pick fits my calories and packs at least 40 grams of protein, making it easy to hit my macros while still losing fat and building muscle. And the best part? I never have to worry about what to eat. Whether I'm short on time or just don't feel like cooking, I always have a high protein, delicious meal ready to go. Yesterday I had the truffle butter chicken risotto, and I'm not even kidding, it might be my new favorite Factor meal of all time.
This one is so fire, wow.
If you want to try Factor for yourself, head to factor75.com or click the link below and use code 50E4CM to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first Factor box. That's code 50E4CM at factor75.com to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. So I've been watching Instagram Reels a lot lately, trying to get better at making short form content, and this chicken recipe just kept popping up over and over. And I'm probably late to the party because I never watch Reels and it's showing me Reels from like 3 years ago, but I wanted to try this. Super simple, you season, you stuff it, and it's pretty much ready to go. And for anyone that doesn't know, I love anything that's stuffed. Boston cream with that crema, burritos stuffed with so many ingredients. So this chicken stuffed with goodies, I have high hopes. So I have my chicken breast here. It is 97% fat-free, and you could grind your own chicken breast at the house, which I did for my McChicken meal prep. But since we're doing like a single serving thing, I would rather just pay a little bit extra money, buy the pound of chicken, and do it myself. So what I've done is I just put the pound straight on the parchment, and I put the box of salt on the scale and just put 5 grams straight onto the chicken breast. No dishes there. And as you can see, I've been using parchment paper on a million things these past few months because it always comes in handy. You could put any spices you want on there right now to make your chicken taste better, but today I'm just going with salt. So I'm just gonna make a rolling pin. It's actually just easier to do it with my hands, to be honest. At least right now. I clearly am doing this for the first time, and we're here together in this first time. What I hate about reels is they don't explain anything. They show you 7 seconds, and you're just supposed to go and make it. And hers looked perfectly round, and mine is this awful, awful thing. What I'm gonna do here is spray my hands with oil so I could kind of form this myself. But now we're looking a lot better. What we are going to do here is a everything but the bagel filling. So we'll put this in here first. It looks about good. And I'm gonna use what I got. And what I got is some fat-free cream cheese. Literally gold cheese in a box. You got 30 calories instead of 100. And if you don't have it at your local Walmart, ask them. I've had over a dozen people ask for fat-free cream cheese, say they're gonna buy a shit ton of it, and they ordered it for them. And we're using 4 ounces here. And I was gonna use mozzarella cheese. And right now, I don't have any mozzarella cheese shredded, which is like a first in my house, I always do. But I do have cheddar cheese. So we're gonna add 21 grams to this. We're actually adding 42, because this makes 2 servings. And that is literally it for the filling. Every time I make the recipe a first time, I try to make as simple as possible to know, okay, what did I mess up? What could easily be improved? And then you start expanding and trying to make it special, make it yours, so to speak. Now I'm just guessing. I have no idea if this is enough filling, too little filling, just the right amount, but we will find out. And then next time it's easily tweakable. Oh, it could use about a quarter more. Oh, it could use about a quarter less. And just by the look of it, I think it could use a little bit more, but maybe like a quarter more. Doesn't need that much. I think it's still gonna be excellent. All right, we can't waste any of that cheesy gold. Now, hopefully this works just as easy as in the video. You're supposed to be able to just flip this over and close it. I think the biggest problem is my air fryer is that big and this thing is freaking huge. So I'm gonna try and make this smaller if I can. That looks pretty good. About the best I'm gonna do for my first time. One last thing though. They all top these with cheese. And I'm gonna layer this with about 14 grams of Romano. Let's go 20. More cheese is always better. All right, hopefully this fits. Oh yeah. All right, I'm gonna try like 12 minutes, 400 degrees. I'll be back. All right, the moment of truth. Woo! That is looking crispy. Let's see what we got. I need a couple more minutes. 130. No. We should be good now. Fingers crossed. Okay, beautiful. It's about 155. It's gonna heat up to about 160 still. We're good. Ooh. That was pretty nicely brown there. Oh yeah. This reminds me of like a cheap ass chicken cordon bleu, but this is probably better as long as the filling tastes good. I hope I did it right. Let's get a bird's eye view. Woo! Oh my God. Look at that. All right, I gotta try this. Now I only got enough calories for half of this, but that's all I really need. And then we have so many calories for dinner and dessert. The 2 most important meals of the day. Oh, hell yeah. The outside legitimately does taste like a chicken cordon bleu when they have the breading on it. The one you put in the microwave. Wow. Wow. That thicker meat on the outside, kind of rubbery, but where it's thin, oh yeah. If there was some chicken thigh in here mixed in with the breast, it would be perfect. But holy moly, I mean, look at these cheese pulls. When you hear these macros with how easy this was, you're gonna wanna make this. All right, so for half of this chicken hot pocket, chicken cordon bleu, whatever you want to call it, we have 405 calories, 13 fat, 9 carb, 67 grams of protein. Can't beat it. Can't wait for dinner. Can't wait to go to the gym right now. I will see you for meal 3. We are back from the gym and I am absolutely starving. So is my girlfriend. So for dinner, we are going to make an absolute staple in this household. So much so that any person I've ever served this to absolutely falls in love with it and swears they will never buy one at a restaurant ever again. We're going to do a slight tweak on the classic, but stick around and you will see exactly what I mean. We're going to start with what we need to air fry. Fresh potatoes are the best and you get the most potatoes, the most volume if you make them yourself, but we are in a hurry. We're going to make dinner for 2 people in 20 minutes. If it were just me, we can make this in 15 minutes. So I'm gonna grab our scale, put our steak fries on top, and I'm gonna grab out 2 servings or 168 grams. Now these are great because they're only 90 calories per serving. Make sure you check the back of the bag. In the last video where I showed this recipe, you could see that there's frozen fries that are up to double the calories for the same amount of volume. So what we gotta do now, I like to give a little half-second spray of oil. Close this up, go 12 minutes on high. For our meat, we got 93.7 ground beef, and unless you're deep into a cut, this will work just fine into your calories. You saw that I did have a regular parchment paper earlier, but for stuff like this, I love using the pre-cut version. So since I'm making a triple for me and a double for baby girl, we're gonna go 5 and 1 to weigh out the meat on. And each ball is gonna be about 70 grams. Then we just gotta grab anything with a flat bottom and we're just gonna press this down. We want it to be about 5 inches. Now I already know that this is smaller than it should be, so I'm not gonna get a perfectly brown crust, but if you watch the last video, if I do it on the stovetop, it gets perfectly brown, but we're making do so I can show you guys what we're making and how quick and easy it is. And we're gonna get these going. And then we're going to add some salt and a little bit of pepper on top. And I'm gonna speed run some vegetables right now. All right, just so you could see, we got the tomato here. And I'm just gonna cut slices that are decently thick so we have a nice bite of tomato with every bite. And then we'll cut some lettuce, just round that up into a bunch. And I just try to get nice thin slices. You get lettuce in every bite and you don't get a bunch that's dragging out at the end. All right, that's finished. I forgot to start toasting these, but I got the toaster back here. And we are using the keto culture buns because they are 50 calories. I would rather have a slightly worse tasting bun and more fries than anything else. All right, we should have a beautiful crust on most of this burger, but this, you could tell, this is gonna be a beautiful crust. This is gonna be not as done. So if you get this on the stovetop where you get full coverage, you will have a nice, beautiful crust on the entire thing. Make sure you use a nice metal spatula too that could really scrape it off, or else you're gonna leave all that flavor on the pan. All right, so we're gonna get 2 Velveeta slices. Again, I'd rather save some calories here for not only more fries, but also we're busting out the bacon again from earlier, and we're gonna get 2 slices. That's absolutely gorgeous. So we'll get a plate. We're gonna grab our bun, put down a nice thick slice of tomato, put down our nice patties, some lettuce, and we can't forget our no sugar added ketchup. Has half the calories of regular ketchup. Tastes the exact same if you ask me. And the fries still aren't done yet. So it's been less than 12 minutes. Let's go, let's see what we got here. Are you kidding me? Once you hear these macros, you're gonna be like, Nick, I'm making this tonight. Let's put down our next burger. So look at the fries, look absolutely perfect. We'll pour these on. Unbelievable. Absolutely gorgeous. We have a triple bacon smash burger with fries, and we're losing weight while we eat this. It's incredible. Let's try it so I can go eat. Those couple slices of bacon just turn it up to the next level. If you have an extra 50 calories, do it. do it. For this entire meal, fries, bacon, cheese, burgers, everything, we have 696 calories, 28 fat, 57 carb. I think like 20 of them are coming from fiber, which aren't really calories, and 65 grams of protein. That calorie to protein ratio is unbelievable. I'm gonna go eat, get my fill, and you know we're having desserts. We always have dessert in this house. I will see you for meal 4. One of the very first recipes on the channel was a chocolate chip cookie dough. It tasted exactly like cookie dough, but had way less calories, way more protein. There's cookie dough in my fridge at almost any given moment. Then I reformulated the cookie dough and bought the creamy, and after 500 pints, I get to pipe cookie dough ice cream on the regular and lose weight. Cookie dough protein ice cream. So the first thing I did, instead of using 2% milk, like the recipe calls for, I did 1% milk. So half 2%, half 1%. That right there saved me 36 calories. And that's just the first thing we did. Now, there are people always asking what I'm looking at up top, and I'm always trying to make sure that the food is in focus and that you could see it. But over here, I'm looking at my cookbook instructions because I have, I think, 30 ice cream recipes. I can't remember the settings for each one because every single one I test and there's a different setting that I use. So for this one, I'm here looking at what I need to do for the first spin, which if you want to support the channel and get all of my new recipes before they're posted to YouTube, click the link in the description and you can get 10% off. The cookbook has over 160 recipes. It's helped me lose 70 pounds and keep it off. And it's also helped literally thousands. I can't even tell you how many people have DM'd me, comments in the comment section about they lost 20 pounds, they lost 40 pounds, they were able to do a bodybuilding show using my cookbook recipes. So these recipes are something that has literally helped countless people get to their goals, gain muscle, lose weight, and just make that whole process so much easier. Because again, you've seen what we ate today, and it's only going to get better from here. So we're going to load this up and hit the sorbet function. Again, I always have cookie dough in the fridge. This is so versatile. You could use it in pretty much any dessert. It's worth having at all times. All right. Now we know that this isn't done. I like to grab a paper plate to use to hold my ice cream. We're gonna get a good section in here carved out. And typically, this recipe has 50 grams of cookie dough. But again, I need to save calories, so we're only doing 35 grams. That's going to save us 45 calories. 45 calories plus the other 36, that's almost 100 calories saved just by cutting down a few things. And I would rather have less cookie dough and still be able to eat a full pint of cookie dough ice cream than be like, oh no, I can't have that because I don't get the full experience. You're still getting 85, 90% of the experience and you're getting to eat ice cream. I mean, it's a win-win. I put the cookie dough on the scale and that is the perfect amount. And what's great is you can make it like perfectly molded for the middle and then just place your ice cream back in and we're gonna load it back up and hit the mix-in setting. Let's see what we got. Oh, it's perfect. That looks incredible. I've got to shout out Flexible Dieting Lifestyle because he showed me that H-E-B, the store in Texas, now carries these mini cups, but they have not 15 calories for one mini cup, 15 calories for 3. But I want to see how these look with a scoop. Look at this. Oh my God. All right. I mean, I absolutely love this because you could see a piece of cookie dough here and you're gonna just get bites of chunks of cookie dough and they're small little chunks. It's not like you have to bite this big chunk of cookie dough throughout the entire thing. It's literally perfect. Oh my God, so cute. Okay, let's try it. It is so fucking good. This is perfect consistency. You're getting cookie dough in every single lick. All right, My girl wants some of this. I want some more of this. So let's go over the macros. For this meal, we have 418 calories, 10 fat, 37 carb, 10 of them coming from erythritol, which are not calories, and 55 grams of protein. This is a must make if you have a creamy. But on the day, we have 1,931 calories, 70 grams of fat, 137 grams of carbs, good amount coming from fiber and swerve, and 219 grams of protein. At this calorie level, I am easily losing 2 pounds a week. But if these 4 meals were the only meals that I can eat for an entire cut, I wouldn't be able to do it. So in this video here, I show you 4 more meals that are easy to make, also high in protein, and just as delicious to give you more variety when you're trying to lose weight. Until next time, deuces.